For the best water deals in town, your local needs. Fill up your 18.9 liter for the low price of only $2 or your 4 liter for only 50 cents. Pure Aqua Valley water.
John Moore reporting for sportsandmore.com from the East Lake Center in Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island, joined by Islanders forward Daniel Sprong, back in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. Not quite in the lineup just yet, but Daniel, tell me about the feeling coming back here to Charlottetown.
Yeah, of course it's a disappointment, but happy at the same time. I think we have a good group this year. I think we're still missing a couple pieces, but we're a serious contender this year, and that's something that the guys have been here for a while. The first 3 years in our seasons, we finally feel we're a contender. We have a chance to win something, which is pretty cool, and just in the locker room itself.
Of course, you were injured. You injured that shoulder as a black ace of the Pittsburgh Penguins, and tell me a little bit about the injury and the recovery. Here we are getting closer to that moment when you are back in the lineup.
Yeah, I'm almost back. Still got a couple more steps to go on the protocol, but I'm feeling good. It was a long process. You never want to be out for such a long time, but I think I got to work different things in my aspect of my game, just on and off the ice, and really work on the mental part for being out for such a long time. Like Eric Ferry, he was out long term in the beginning of the year last year when I started my NHL career, and he really gave me advice. He goes, just get mentally slowly when you're ready to go back. He goes, approach every skate like it's a game day. He goes, and before you know it, you'll be playing again. So I take that really seriously because he's a big veteran in the league, and that means a lot getting advice from him.
We know the Daniel Sprong of the last few years here in Charlottetown. What type of player do you want to be this season here in Charlottetown?
I think I'm still the same player. I think that's what made me in this league, and I think that's the reason why I had a chance at 18 to play in NHL. I'm an offensive guy who can put the puck in the net, and that's something that I know now that's the player I'm going to be. I'm never going to be a guy who's going to be a forward-line guy who's going to be a shutdown guy. I know I'm going to have to be an offensive guy, but at the same time, I'm going to make sure I'm responsive to my own zone to get the opportunities in the offensive zone that I need in the next level.
This is adding that blue chip 50-goal scorer back into your lineup for free. And I think what that did is that allowed us to go all in on the trade with Gatineau, Dad, Milosh, Gramabauer, Tyfair. But again, I think we know what Daniel brings. There's an excitement. He brings a belief to the room that we can be an elite team, and he just carries himself on a different level. And I know he's extremely excited to get back to playing hockey and spending some time with his peer group. So it'd be probably early January. We're looking at another 10 days of full contact practice before he's cleared. But we also have the security of knowing he's going to be in our lineup the rest of the way.
I understand that he's ahead of schedule as far as recovering. Tell me a little bit about that and what needs to occur before he actually is in your lineup.
Well, we had great progress reports out of Pittsburgh. I think Daniel's matured a lot as a person and grown up a lot over this experience. And Pittsburgh raved about how hard he worked at the rehab process. So they're extremely happy. Their original projections were probably third week to maybe end of January. It looks like he sped that process up. The shoulder itself is in great shape. Very, very happy there. So he has to go through some full contact just to make sure that everything's okay. But both Pittsburgh and our doctors feel that it'd be no problem in early January.
I assume he's itching to get in that lineup, is he not?
Well, he certainly is, and even just yesterday to have a full practice with players, he said even something as silly as an odd man rush or a line rush with teammates, because he's been skating basically by himself for the better part of 2 months, and it was a real gradual comeback to full practice. He started out skating with no stick for probably 3 weeks, then skating with a stick, then stick handling, then adding some shooting in, but a long, arduous process. And for a 19-year-old kid that loves hockey, I think it's been a tough go for him, so very anxious to get him back in the lineup.
I don't know if you've given this much thought, but once he is back in your lineup, how does he fit? Who are his line mates? Where does he exactly fit?
Well, he's got some previous chemistry with Filip Chlapik, and Chlapik's having a terrific season. They've played a lot together in the past, and I think like a lot of coaches, we like to pair up duels that have some chemistry, and then we'll work from there. And that's one of the beauties when you make a trade. It's the hard part, but the easy part is to get that chemistry mix going. So we shuffle things around a lot as it is at the best of times. So we'll probably do a lot of shuffling to see what we can come up with.
Such a long stretch. Did you learn anything about Daniel Sprong the person or Daniel Sprong the player?
I think I learned a bit of everything, because the way the injury happened was a fluke accident, and just being out for such a long time, not able to skate for 2 months, just really got to spend more time with the family, which is nice because you're always working out and stuff. But I think I had to work out more on my lower body and work on my weaknesses, where I think I didn't really have the time to work on it during a full season when I was playing. And just watching NHL games every night to watch there and be part around the team I think that really helped me as a player and as a leader coming back, especially back to juniors.
Sometimes, Daniel, when players get a taste of what it's like up top, some have a hard time coming back. Will that be an issue for you?
I don't think so. I think last year it was more sour because I actually tasted it myself. But I think last year I had a great second half. I probably played really good hockey. But this year I'm coming back from injury, so I'm excited to play. And I want to prove to everyone that I'm ready for the NHL next year and that my junior career is coming to an end.